Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. You remember last year's Finance Bill 2023-2024 and how it forced people to go to the streets. Now the courts are not finished with that matter, and as a result, the courts issued a ruling saying that that act is unconstitutional, and this is what the court said. Court of Appeal declares Finance Act 2023 Act unconstitutional, says the process leading to the enactment was fundamentally flawed. Now, someone here, a blogger by the name Robert Alai, as usual, you know Robert Alai these days is pro-government, so he's always detesting anything that is against the government. Now, Robert Alai shared something. I want to take you through a tweet that Robert Alai shared, because this is in line with what the court's ruling is all about. But Robert Alai missed something here. But let me just take you through this tweet first. He said, court declaration is time-barred as Parliament and President already discarded the act. This was just a show-off by the civil society. You know, Robert Alai was missing the point here. Of course, we know that the Parliament and the President discarded the Finance Act 2024, 2025, not 2023. You know, this is one thing that Robert Alai failed to understand before taking to his X handle to post something here, because in his tweet he shared this message. This is the message that Robert Alai shared, and if you look at the message, he has talked about what the president did and what the parliament did, and then he has shared a posting of what Citizen TV shared. So I want us to go extensively into this ruling by the court. Now, before we get further on this analysis, please like this video. It's so important if you like this video, and I'm so grateful for everybody who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Now, what is the repercussion here? The Finance Act 2023 has been nullified by the courts. The courts are saying that the process that led to that enactment was flawed. So let me take you back to the enactment of this Finance Act. You know, first, there was the public participation, which even the current finance bill, which has been scrapped off, went through. So last year's finance bill was taken through public participation, but whatever was deliberated during those meetings, when the bill was forwarded to the parliament, things were changed, especially the issue of the housing levy. In the housing levies, when it comes to the housing levy, people said they don't need the housing levy. In fact, that bill, they said that clause should be removed. But then when this bill was forwarded to the parliament, things were changed. In fact, it was made now a mandatory deduction, and then they reduced it to 1.5%, but it was made mandatory, and then it was contrary to the first declaration, whereby it was supposed to be for a particular number of years. Then you could as well redeem that amount that you've actually paid in terms of levies. But then the change here was that you cannot redeem it, and it will be forever, and you're not guaranteed of a house. You see, those are the changes which were proposed to the parliament, which was a bit different from the initial position. So the courts are saying that the enactment of that Finance Bill 2023, the process that it went through to generate a Finance Act was flawed. It simply means if you've been receiving pay slips with housing allowance deductions, and it means that going forward, that pay slip will be minus the housing allowance deduction. And again, what it means is that someone can go to the courts and say that since this has been termed illegal by the courts, and it can only mean that the money that has been collected by the government, you know, because this is a directive from the Court of Appeal, the money which has always been collected by the government should be reimbursed to those people whom it was deducted for. So that is the repercussion. You see, the implication of this matter is that those taxes or levies which have been collected from people unfairly must be returned back. You know, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, things are falling apart. There's a time earlier on in January, before Supreme Court Chief Justice visited William Ruto State House, they talked about, Ruto used to say that yeye akitaka kitu lazima ipite, yani lazima, yani he used to emphasize that mambo yake ni matatu, na katika mambo yake matatu, anything he proposes must go through. It must. So I think this time round the courts are realizing that hata hao pia hawezi tishiwa anymore. So that's why you find that there's this kind of the decision which has been made, and the decision is very simple, that the courts have said that the enactment of that act was fundamentally flawed. Because what Citizen CV is saying here is that the Court of Appeal declares, yeah, that's it, yeah. So there are people who have reacted to Robert Alai, because Robert Alai seems not to have understood that declaration, that deliberation. He went ahead and just shared it, and shared a statement that is a bit opposite, na ndio maana unapata kama amejibiwa na watu wengi hapa, because he talks about the president had discarded the act, not knowing that this was not the Finance Bill 2024-2025. It is the Finance Act 2023, which was taken to court, and that's what the court has said. The process through which the act went through was not in accordance with the law, and that means that the Finance Act should be discarded also, just like the Finance Act or Finance Bill 2024-2025 went through. So that same ordeal is what this Finance Bill or Finance Act 2023 is supposed to go through. So this is a very strange moment for William Ruto. I think he has to be regretting. I believe now he's pretty regretting now that things are not working according to him. Things are really not working, because even if you go to the issue of let's say UDA headquarters, you know, things are not working also there. I saw a video of a goons who invaded UDA headquarters, and this self-proclaimed UDA Secretary General received bad news from the goons who were hired by Malala to come and take over the Senate, the Secretary General position. Now this and that story of the courts, personally, mimi naona kama kuna mambo hapo. Mambo haendi vizuri. Mambo yanaenda, according to Swahili wanasema segemnege. Mambo yanaenda msegemnege, and as a result, I think let's just watch this space, because OMTATA is one of those people who have won here, you know, because, you know, back then, OMTATA had said that that Finance Act was invalidated, was invalid, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to rest my case there. What do you think about this latest move by the courts? Do you think the courts are now doing things according to the expectations of Kenya? Because back then, they used to fear the executive. But right now, whatever is happening here, I think the courts are now realizing that the Kenyans' need must be protected. The law must be adhered to, and that what Kenyans wish for must be respected. I think this is what the courts are now telling William Ruto, that it's all about the people. It's not your government only, your people, proxies, your friends, you know, in government. So that's why I think the courts could have made this decision, knowing very well that it is for the best interest of Kenyans. Now, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.